What is going on, guys? RangleVidsMango12 here, and we are reviewing Spider-Man 2099 issue 4. So basically this issue is going to pick up right from where the last issue left off with Spider-Man fighting Scorpion. But before we get into this issue, I actually just want to announce that I'm doing a giveaway, and I'm going to ask you guys a simple question, just like my previous giveaways before. What do you guys think is going to happen in issue 5 of Spider-Man 2099? So, in case you don't know, issue 5 is actually tying into the Spider-Verse event. So, we are going to see maybe Spider-Man 2099 mixed with the other Spider-Men and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty awesome, or that's at least what I hope. But I want to know what you guys think is going to happen. And of course, I will randomly choose a winner and announce the winner in Spider-Man 2099 issue 5. So yeah, so once you've entered the giveaway, don't forget to hit the like button as well. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into this comic. Alright, so straight away or immediately, we are thrown back into this fight between Scorpion and Spider-Man. And basically, Spider-Man explains that they are both on the same team. They're both trying to save Tiberius from like getting killed or whatever. But basically, because Scorpion is a bad guy and he's a bit of an idiot, he doesn't care and he just wants to try and kill Spider-Man anyway. Also, in case you don't remember, Scorpion actually got his jaw punched clean off his face in Amazing Spider-Man issue 700, back when Dr. Octopus became Spider-Man or Superior Spider-Man or whatever. And as you can see, he's got like a whole new face and everything. He doesn't have like the same body armor, but we'll get into that later. But now, looking at the comic here, you can see that Spider-Man has just been punched, or well, whipped with a Scorpion's tail straight through the wall into the street and surrounded by the Spider Slayers. Anyway, so one thing that I thought was awesome about this issue was the fact that Spider-Man 2099, obviously he's from the year 2099, Spider-Man actually spoke about how Scorpion was a minor villain to the 2014 Spider-Man, or that's at least what Scorpion was known like in the archives from the future anyway. So obviously Spider-Man 2099 has read about Scorpion fighting Spider-Man, and yeah, he's just known as like a minor villain, a bit of an annoyance and stuff like that. But anyway, moving on to Tiberius Stone and this woman called Mussarat or something like that. I can't exactly pronounce her name, but she actually risked her life. She actually dived on top of Tiberius to save him, and it was a bit of a graphic panel here where she actually has a nail in the side of her head that actually kills her. Now, she was actually trying to persuade Tiberius not to hand over these Spider Slayer robots to the opposing side that's actually causing this war, and I think this actually changes his mind a bit. But before we get into that, I'll talk about that further in the comic or whatever. I'm going to talk about this part here on screen now. So basically, Spider-Man just cannot get away from these Spider Slayers, but luckily he has his future technology to like be able to use it to his advantage, and he actually puts his holographic civilian clothes over his spider costume and just takes his mask off. And of course, Scorpion just thinks that Spider-Man has run away. He's like just ditched everyone, and then Miguel has this awesome idea to actually throw his wristwatch, which is named Lila by the way, and he actually webs it to the back of Scorpion and uses that holographic technology to make Scorpion look like Spider-Man. I absolutely love the reaction from Scorpion as well. It's just kind of hilarious in a way. He's just kind of like so confused about what's going on, especially because he has the actual control of these robots, or they're supposed to do what he says anyway. But because of what Miguel has done, it basically just goes all crazy for him, and eventually, since he can't actually do anything about it, he just turns around and says, "Fine then, I'll take you all on myself," and he actually destroys the robots himself. So Spider-Man 2099 actually doesn't have to do anything to fight these robots whatsoever. But anyway, moving on. So as you could see in the previous panel back there, Spider-Man actually saved the child, like the civilian, because Scorpion was actually threatening to kill all of these people. And of course, Spider-Man takes the child to safety and stuff like that. And I don't know about you guys, but do you like it? Oh, that was my phone. But do you guys actually like it when Spider-Man uses his future like lingo by saying "shock me" and "shock it" and stuff like that? Like, I don't understand how that word would even come into use. It's kind of like the YOLO phrase, like, yeah, I don't know, it's dead weird, but yeah. So basically, Tiberius has been freed from this thing, and he actually had this really awesome like deactivation phrase that basically saved Scorpion, luckily. And we just have this awesome shot of Scorpion absolutely crippled into the ground, and it was actually quite hilarious at the time. But after that, we actually move away from all of that commotion and all of that like craziness that was just going on to Tiberius actually speaking with the guy that he was actually meant to be selling the robots to, and he's having second thoughts. He's decided that he's not going to sell these robots to him, mainly because he has actually seen what his robots are going to be used for. That woman actually died saving Tiberius' life, if you remember as well. And I suppose you can kind of resemble it from the Iron Man 1, like at the beginning where Tony Stark decides not to make weapons anymore, like sell weapons anymore. And yeah, basically he threatens the guy to get out of like the country or whatever, and if he doesn't, then the robots are going to kill him. And I love the change of heart that Tiberius Stone actually had. It shows that like at least he's growing as a character, and we're only in issue 4, which is just awesome. And for once we didn't actually have a cliffhanger at the end of a comic. I think this is the first time in months where I haven't had a cliffhanger at the end of a comic or something like that. It actually it actually ended on a high note. But as you could see, sat in the car next to Miguel was actually Mac Gargan, aka Scorpion, without his armor on and all of that stuff. But I actually thought that Mac Gargan was like attached to his Scorpion suit. That's what I thought anyway, because I remember in the 90s cartoon that he couldn't actually get out of his suit. So I don't know why he can in this. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, on to my initial thoughts and stuff like that. I absolutely love the art, like always. The art for this comic is just phenomenal, especially for the Spider-Man 2099 character, and also the villain and like the turnout of the Spider Slayers. They were awesome, and the character development for Tiberius Stone was just awesome as well. I'm glad that he actually had like a touch of heart and didn't sell these killer machines to this guy. But yeah, so I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10, and don't forget about the giveaway that I'm actually doing as well. Just let me know what you guys think about what is going to happen in issue 5. And remember, I'll just choose a winner randomly and then announce it in the next issue of this comic. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below about what you guys thought about this comic as well. And don't forget to hit the like button once you've entered the giveaway. And please hit the like button if you just enjoy the comic in general or my video in general. I absolutely love doing these videos for you guys. And before I forget to mention, please go to the link in the description and follow me on Twitter, because I actually have loads of interactions with you guys, so it's awesome. We can talk about all the comics, and most of the time I reply on Twitter anyway. But yeah, so go follow me. And of course, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video.